Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. So excited. Hello. Hello. I'm waiting for everyone to join me. My heart is beating. Like, that's how excited I am about today. And I have so many things to tell you. I didn't tell you you had to be here live. In fact, you don't have to be here live. I'm just going live in case anybody's here. Hi, Christy. Hi, Heather. I am going live in case anybody is here. My heart is like racing. I'm so excited. I know somebody messaged me saying, can you believe it? Somebody messaged me saying this. Hi, Holly. You wore that dress the other day in your video. I did. I wore this dress the other day in my Facebook Live video. I like this dress. It makes me feel like a millionaire, which is really important today, and I will tell you why in a little bit. How are you guys today? So I washed it yesterday, and now I'm wearing it again today. Hi, Alex. Hi, Betsy. Hi, everyone. So, July 26th. What's it all about? There are 3 different things happening today. One has already happened. Well, one is in process, one has already happened, and one is about to happen, okay? So I'm gonna tell you what they are, and I'm gonna tell you how it relates to you. I'm gonna tell you how it relates, I'm so nervous. I'm gonna tell you how it relates to me, and I'm gonna tell you how it relates to this community as a whole, okay? So, okay, whew, so excited. All right. The best way for me to tell you what's happening today is to tell you the story behind it, okay? So I talked about a little bit of this in the Thursday video, okay? All right, so I am in a mastermind group, my own mastermind group. Like, I lead a mastermind group. I lead a lot of different coaching programs, but also I am in a mastermind group. And I am in a mastermind group for people, for business owners, women business owners, who are, and say hi when you're here, please, who are trying to hit 7 figures in their business, right? That we're not trying, we are. We're on our way to hitting 7 figures in our business, right? Being a multi-millionaire business owner, making huge impacts in the world. And one of the assignments for this mastermind was to get really, really clear on what a regular normal day in the life of our multi-7-figure CEO self would entail and what it would look like, okay? So I did that. I got super clear about a normal day, not like a fantasy day, right? Like, if I was really a business owner of like a huge multi-million-dollar business, acting as a CEO, what would I be doing? Good morning, Rashika. Good morning, Andrea. Thank you. I am really so nervous. Okay. Whew. Okay, so what would I be doing? And so I got really, really clear about it. Okay, so that's just like a little tip. If you have a dream, you want to do it, like, get really, really clear about what it'll be like when you're there, okay? So I did that, and I started listing, like, what's in my day, okay? So I've got a lot, so anyway, sorry, you've never seen me this nervous before on a video, I bet. So I started listing what happens in this day, and then our next assignment was to schedule a day and call it our millionaire day, and then live it as much as we could, right? Like, step into it as much as we possibly could given our actual real situation. So today was scheduled a while ago, a couple weeks ago, to be my millionaire day. I guess in June, I scheduled today to be my millionaire day. Right, so this is getting to how it relates to you, I promise. Kathy, so you saw the one thing that happened already. Okay, so, okay, focus, Rita, focus. All right, so as I was like setting up my millionaire day, which is today, one thing that popped into my head was like, well, I would be on the news, right? I'll be on the news all the time in my regular multi-7-figure self. I mean, I'm going to be, news stations all over the world are going to want me to appear on their news station. So I thought, you know what? I'm just going to drive to a news station on my millionaire day, and I'm going to walk into the news station, and then I'm going to walk out of the news station, right? Like telling myself, this is what I do. I go to news stations and I enter them and then I leave them, right? Because obviously I wasn't booked to be on the news. But then I stopped and I said, wait a minute. If I'm really all in on being a multi-7-figure business owner, would I just walk into a news station? Like, no, of course not. That's ridiculous, right? So last week, I pitched the news. I did it thanks to a client of mine who's a publicist, right, who really helped me, and another member of the group who also helped me, who does some publicity. But my client is the one who really just like volunteered when she heard this idea, took the reins and pitched me, okay? Didn't hear anything, right? Didn't hear anything. And what I was pitching was for today, to be on the news today. Didn't hear anything. That's fine. I'll get to that later. But when I decided to pitch the news, I researched, right? I needed a reason to pitch the news. I was like, well, okay, if I'm actually going to pitch, because a 7-figure business owner is not just going to walk inside a news station and back and out, like she's going to do something, right, to pitch. So I was like, okay, what am I going to pitch? So I researched, and I found out that today is National All or Nothing Day. How many of you guys have heard of that? Yes? No? Have you heard of it? Say yes or no in the comments. Today is National All or Nothing Day. And when I saw that, and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Because one of the things I say all the time is like, go all in, like be all or nothing. Like, and there are different ways to do that, but you need to go all in on your dream. It has to be like this all or nothing mentality. You can't have one foot in the door and one foot out the door, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me that today is National All or Nothing Day? Like on the day that I wanted to appear on the news, that day is National All or Nothing Day. And it happens to be on the day that I'm already going all in. When you guys hear what I have planned today, oh my gosh. So I'm already going all in on my dream of being a multi-7-figure business owner through living a day today as if. And once I live today as if, I'm not going back, okay? I'm not going back. I'm gonna explain that a little bit later, okay? So I'm living today, right? So I was like, okay, so I'm already scheduled weeks ago to live today all in, right? To really put both feet on the other side of the door and be all in my dream to be a multi-millionaire business owner. And I'm sharing it all with you today, everything that I'm doing today. Watch my stories because that's where it's gonna be, but I'm gonna be sharing it all with you and always relating it to my mindset behind it and how it applies to you and how you can make it apply. Okay, so anyway, that's what I found when I was like, what am I gonna pitch the news on? Oh, National All or Nothing Day. That's a Rita thing, totally makes sense. So I did pitch the news, and then I thought, but when I was pitching the news, when I was crafting the pitch, I was like, no, this is bigger than me. This is what my community needs to do. You guys, right? You need to go all in on your dream. Today needs to be the beginning, not the end, right? Like the beginning. Don't worry. You don't have to go like, you don't have to take huge risks today, right? I'm not gonna make you do anything crazy. You're not gonna like bungee jump off a cliff or something, right? But you do, like today is the day that I'm going to be challenging you to go all or nothing on your dream. Okay, so I knew that this was, I was gonna turn today into bigger than just me pitching the news and talking about National All or Nothing Day, right? I wanted to relate it to you. I want at all times for what I'm doing to kind of like show you how you can be doing the same things for whatever your goal is, okay? So you guys like, I see that people didn't know what today was. Some did, like, do you guys get that? Like what I'm, okay. So that's when I posted last Thursday when I decided to do this, are you in? When I saw it was all or nothing day, I was like, you know what? I just want people to declare that they're in without knowing what in the hell is going on, right? Because I want them to trust themselves enough to know that whatever it is, they can navigate in or out of it, right? That they control what happens. And I also want them to trust me enough to know that I'm not going to hurt them, right? So I'm curious, and I thought a couple of people would say I'm in. So many of you said I'm in. So many. And that just kickstarted something even bigger, because all I was going to do was like say, cool, you're in, watch July 26th, see what it's about. But when I saw how many people were in, I decided to turn that into something. And I thought, well, what does being all in? What does being all or nothing really mean? And how can I like lead them to being all in without telling them what I'm doing? Autumn Rose says, I was up all last night thinking about my goals, where I am this year. So good, like goosebumps, guys, goosebumps. Okay. So I was like, how can I do it without letting you guys know what is happening? Because I wanted to keep the cryptic nature of this, which has worked because you all have loved it. Well, some of you have loved it. Then I found like an unintended lesson Some of you who said you were in started getting really uncomfortable because you didn't know what was happening. So a lot of people were like, I'm starting to get uncomfortable. I wanted to know right away what's going on and how it's going to work and how it's going to happen. And I thought, no, like if you're really all in on your business, like truly, if you're really all in on your business, the only way you can be all in and be successful is to let that feeling go, right? You have to be so sure that you're going to be successful in your business and your life, right? I'm saying business, but you can switch the word to life. You have to be so sure that you're going to be successful in your business, right? And not worry about when or how it's going to happen. Instead, you just show up as an energetic match to the kind of success you want to have. But what you're doing, the actions you're taking, may not be the actions that bring about the success. The success may come from a completely different source, right? You're open to all ways that success can come to you. So like we show up and take action because it's in alignment with the success we want, but not because the actions we are taking will bring us the success necessarily, because we're open to all ways, right? So I realized that when people are really attached to like wanting to know what Friday was, what is July 20th? I need to know how, I need to know when, I need to know what, that mentality of thinking, of not being able to be uncomfortable, of not being able to be patient and wait, of not being able to just trust, of not being able to like take action without knowing, is sabotaging the success of so many people in their business, which is why instead of just saying what it was, and having you guys log in today and say, here's what I declare to go all in on, I turned it into a thing to make people sit in discomfort, to make people, how many of you felt uncomfortable? How many of you felt excited? Like, I totally want to know, right? So tell me, I want to like know your thoughts about how are you feeling this week about the 26th. So instead of just saying, hey guys, Friday is National All or Nothing Day, and on Friday I want you to log on and declare like what you're going to go all in on, I thought, well, I'm going to help them. I'm going to help them prepare, but I'm going to do it in a way that mirrors what you have to do to be successful in your business. I'm going to use it as a full lesson and a thing that can change your life and your business, okay? So it started by just asking you to commit. Like, because that requires like trust, right? And then the next thing was celebrate. Celebrate that you just took an action. You don't even know where it's leading, but that you trusted in yourself. And then I got so many great responses from people about, I've never just celebrated for celebration. I've never celebrated a step instead of the end goal. I don't even know what we're celebrating, but I need to do this more. It makes me want to have more celebrations, right? So then that happened. And I was like, cool. And then I was like, okay, the next thing to prepare you for Friday is to be able to like celebrate the future celebrations that you're going to get. So let's prepare for them as if they're already on their way. And I instructed everybody to make a celebrations jar. So if you miss that, it's in the group, how to make a celebrations jar, so that you have your celebrations sitting there waiting, because that's also what you have to do as an entrepreneur, right? You have to celebrate the steps, the progress, the things you're doing, and you have to know they're already on their way and be prepared for them, right? So then I was like, okay, but the big piece of this is the trust piece, right? To be successful as an entrepreneur, to be all in, to go all or nothing, you have to trust in yourself. You have to trust that you'll do what it takes to get the results that you want, but you also have to trust that no matter what the results are from the action that you take, that you can navigate them and make them work out to your best interest, okay? So like, you have to do that. So people are like, I felt totally uncomfortable. I don't like not knowing what's going on, fear of the unknown. I felt uncomfortable, but excited for the risk, excited about. So do you guys see how if you can't get comfortable with being uncomfortable, if you can't get comfortable with not knowing what's going on, you're never going to reach that level of success in your business. Because to be a successful business owner requires you to take action before you know what the results will be, before you can be guaranteed of the results. You have to just know that that ultimate end result, like for me, I'm going to have a multi-7-figure business. Absolutely, 100%. I don't know how, I don't know when, right? But it's going to happen. 100% sure in that. But I'm completely unattached from how and when and the process. And instead, I ask myself, how can I show up as an energetic match to making that money and to running that kind of business, right? Well, the only way that I can show up as an energetic match is to be that person already. I have to think like that person. I have to act like that person. I have to talk like that person. I have to make decisions like that person. I have to make choices like that person. That's the only way that those results are going to be attracted to me. Like attracts like, right? Like I can't be down here, right? And making choices and thinking from this level and then expect results up here to like come to me. That's just not the way it is. Meaning it's scary. I have to like hire team members before I know that I'll have the money to support them. I have to put out offers before I know that people will want to buy them. I have to, I have to like show up in a way. I have to pitch the news before I know if anybody's even going to like that story. Like, I have to take steps without knowing what the results will be, right? So that's what you guys have to do too. So this is like super important, right? Oh, thank you, Autumn. So it's like, yeah, act as if it's already happened. That's the only way you can attract it, right? You're not a match for it if you're not at the same level of the thing that you're wanting. Like if you want to be healthier, which is something I saw in this week when you guys were answering questions, right? If you want to be healthier, then you have to act like a healthy person, right? You have to make choices like a healthy person. You have to live your day like a healthy person. You have to eat the foods and do the things and think the ways and say the words and get the sleep and drink the water that a healthy person would drink, right? You can't not be doing that and get healthy, right? I can't make 7 figures in my business if I'm not already operating like a 7-figure business owner, right? So a lot of people are like, well, once I hit this result, then I can do these things to back that up. And it's like, no, once you do those things, then you'll hit that result, right? You can't wait. So another thing I saw all week was getting an assistant. And it's like, once I hit a certain dollar figure in my business, then I'll get a coach. Then I'll get an assistant, right? No, once you get the coach, right? And I'll say the assistant, but I'll tell you why I say the coach first, not just because I am one. But we'll say a coach. Once you get the business coach, then you'll hit that level of success in your business. If you keep waiting to hit the level of success in your business you want, right, you're not gonna reach it. Like if you're waiting to get the coach until you hit the level, you're not gonna reach it, because the coach is what's gonna help you bring the level of success, because you're investing in yourself and you're thinking differently and you're doing different things and you're getting mentorship and guidance, right? Because like I said, no successful business owner has said, you know how I built my business? On the back of freebies. I downloaded every opt-in there was, and that's how I built my multi-million-dollar empire. I didn't ask for advice, didn't get mentorship, read a bunch of freebies, and now I'm Oprah Winfrey. Doesn't happen that way, right? So that's what I was doing all week, was like planting the seeds of how you need to be and operate now to have the success in your life or business that you want. You have to celebrate now. You can't wait for the result to celebrate. You just have to celebrate the fact that you're here and you're taking action. You have to know that like steps are like you have to know that success is coming. You have to believe in it, so you have to prepare for it, which is why I had you prepare the celebrations jar. We also have to break the big goal into steps, which is what you did yesterday. And I explained why in the email and in the post in the group, right? You have to take this big lofty goal and break it down into actionable steps, because you have to celebrate the steps. If you don't celebrate the steps and you're waiting for the end result, right, to be happy and joyful and celebrate, you're never going to reach the end result. And when you get there, you're not going to feel like you're there, right? And also celebrating the steps keeps you from imposter syndrome, because if you happen to hit a result, but you didn't celebrate the steps, then you're going to be like, I don't know how I got here. Out of the blue, a person emailed me. Out of the blue, this thing happened. No, not out of the blue. You did all of this stuff, right, over the past like however many years to make this thing happen. And you need to be celebrating that so your brain remembers it, right? So I had you do that. Then it's like, how do you trust yourself? How do you trust yourself to show up and take the action, right? To take that risk, to like invest your time or invest your money or invest your full focus or invest your full attention into something before you'll know if it works, right? How do you trust yourself to do that? And how do you trust yourself to sit in discomfort while it's happening and to exercise patience? And how do you trust yourself to navigate whatever happens to be in your best interest? So I had you do that by preparing an evidence box, right? So that you're able to actually have the evidence in the moments of discomfort, to open the box and say, you know, what's in that? Did you guys see that movie with Brad Pitt? What's in the box? What's in the box? So anyway, every time I say this, like, what's in the box? Evidence. That's what's in the box. Evidence that you are able to navigate anything and do anything and make your choices work out for you. Because if you can't get that trust, right? If you can't do all of these things so that you're able to take action first, invest your money first, invest your time first, invest your attention first, invest all of your actions in something first, right? Then what happens is you're making decisions for your life and your business from a place of fear and not from a place of what's in the best interest for your business or your life, right? And I don't know of any good results or success that has come from making fear-based decisions. Wow, I just made a lot of fear-based decisions and it all worked out. No, as a CEO of your business, you have to make decisions from what's in the best interest of your business. For your life, your health, your wellness, your family, you have to make decisions from what's in the best interest of those things, right? Not from a place of fear. So if you're like, well, if I can't hire an assistant because I don't have the money to back that up, you're making a decision not from what's in the best interest of your business. You're making that decision from a place of fear that you're not going to be able to go take that free time that you free up by getting an assistant and make the money to pay that assistant, right? You're like, I don't believe in myself. I don't believe in myself to make the money. I don't believe in myself to like go do the things that I need to do. I don't believe in myself to be able to make this work out for me. I don't trust that my success is inevitable. I don't actually believe, right? Which is not a level then to get the success. You're not a match for the success you want. And you're making a decision about your business from a place of fear, because what your business needs is a business coach, or what your business needs is an assistant. Are you guys seeing that? So all week long, I've been preparing you for today, because this is what I was already doing. So let me tell you more about the synchronicity of today. So then when I was like, well, I'm going to do this thing, and I'm going to talk about going all or nothing in your business and being all in, right, in your business. And I researched it and found out, it's National All or Nothing Day. And I was like, all right, this is like, I'm going to turn this into a big, huge thing for my community and whatever. So people know I plan my content. I'm a big planner for my business. I have a strategy. So I plan my content 3 months in advance. And I was like, okay, whatever was on tap for this week, I'm going to have to bump that topic, because I want to talk about all in, taking risks in your business. I need to change what I'm talking about. I kid you not, I went to my content sheet. This week was already risk taking. That was already the topic for this week. Risk taking / going all in. 3 months ago, I declared this week, before I was in my mastermind, before I declared the Day Millionaire Day, before I decided to pitch the media, before I then found out, because I was going to pitch the media, that it was all or nothing day, before I decided to do this big, huge thing for you guys, right? I already declared this week as all in, risk-taking theme week. Tell me that something bigger was not at play to have all of this stuff line up, to already have this week designated as this topic, to already, to pick today as my millionaire day, to then decide out of the blue last week to pitch the media, to then find out it was all or nothing day, right? And like to then say, I'm going to bring this to my community. Do you guys see how things are at play that you can't even imagine? If you can really believe that God or a higher power or the universe or whatever it is for you, can you guys tell how passionate I am about this? All of you who have seen me on lives before, have I ever been this like excited or passionate? Can you guys not see that if you can just allow yourself to trust and surrender to whatever it is for you, that it's already working for you? It's already there. If I had tried to control any of this, if I like 3 months ago was like, well, I want this to be all or nothing day, and I want like, well, it would have never worked out. Like things wouldn't have been there to like line up for it, right? But I just know that my success is inevitable and this is not what I thought. Like I've already gotten clarity calls. I've gotten some interest in my final 4 private coaching spots. I've had people email me saying they've already had an impact just from what we talked about last week, that their lives have been changed, right? All of these measures of success, impact and reach and like impact, right? Like impact, right? Like I had no plan for it to be like this. If I had been so attached to a strategy for how I was going to get success, I would have missed all of this, right? That's what I'm saying. I'm so committed to my success and I'm so sure of my success, right? And I show up for it as an energetic match by getting visible and pouring out value and helping people and just showing up every day and doing what it takes. But I'm not attached to what I'm doing bringing me the success. The success can come from somewhere else completely. And I talked about that more on Thursday's Facebook Live, right? So I wanted you to see this has been in motion, right? And I just need to remember that more. There's something bigger at play than me. And because there's something bigger at play, whatever that is for you, for me, it's God. Okay, so I'm just going to say it because that's who I am. I need to remember that God is big. God is big. And so because he's big and he's got me, I can go big and I can do bigger things, right? So I'm going to talk about that this week. So anyway, today is National All or Nothing Day. And all week long, I've been getting you to identify what you really, really want in your business, to trust yourself, to like celebrate now, to be ready for more celebrations, to trust that you can navigate anything, you can have the patience, you can stick to a strategy, prepared you for all of that, had you pick the thing you want more than anything in your life or business. I had you kind of talk about it. And then yesterday I had you get clear on it by really identifying what you want, and then the number one most efficient way to get there, and then breaking that way into steps. So for example, right, like if I wanted more time, or no, if I wanted more sales, so that's the example I used. If I wanted more sales in my business, maybe the number one efficient way for me to do that is to get a business coach, right? Like if I had a business coach, and I have a business coach, I'm in that mastermind group, right? Like if I could get a business coach that could give me all the strategy and insight and advice and like help me kind of like have smart cuts and help me take bolder actions and hold space for me and all of that, or an assistant or whatever it is, right? Then maybe I will have like if I got a coach, I would have the knowledge of, and the support to be able to go play bigger. If I had an assistant, I would have more time to be able to go make more sales, whatever that is for you, right? But if making more sales, for example, is the thing, then identify the best way to get more sales. So it could be, you know what, the best way is to just hire a business coach or to hire an assistant, or whatever, right? Like the business coach should come first. I'm gonna tell you why next week. It has nothing to do with me. It's just from a lesson learned. And I'm gonna give an announcement about what's happening next week. So hold on, stick with me. But like if you say, hey, okay, like that's the most efficient way for me to get my result. So then what are all the teeny tiny steps? I can't just go from no assistant to an assistant or no business coach to a business coach. Like I need to like do things. I need to figure out, what kind of business coach do I want? How do I know if a business coach is good for me? Who do I know? I need to schedule some clarity calls. I need to, allocate the money. I need to there's steps involved, right? So I had you prepare that so that today, you guys, I'm gonna have you declare today, this is what I'm all in on. This is what I am all in on today. I am all in on this dream. I want to hit 6 figures in my business. I want to be healthy and fit. Because I have people in here who joined just for this, who aren't entrepreneurs, but wanted to go all in on something. But I'm going to talk about it from a business standpoint, because that's what I do and who I am and who most of the people here are. So if you're like, I want to hit 6 figures in my business, I want to be speaking on stages, right? I want to be paid to speak. I want to be traveling and be on all the national news shows. I want to have a full client load and have a wait list for next year. I want to start a podcast. I want to be the #1 go-to expert on the East Coast for whatever it is that you really want, the big, huge thing you want. I want you to declare it today. Right? I want you to just declare it today. And I'm going to put a post up a little later where you can declare it, or you can not wait and just declare it, right? And say, Rita, I am 100% committed to going all in on this, on being a highly sought after, professionally paid public speaker, I want to, so Andrea says, what if I want all those things? What's the one thing you want most right now? And what's the one thing that can help you get all the other things, Andrea, right? Because here's the thing, you can't be all in on multiple things. That's having your foot, so you can't start building foundations and then only half building them and not ever having a full building, right? So that's what you're doing. If you're like, well, I want to have private clients, but I also want a group program, and then I also want a podcast, and then I also want to be on the news, and you're just doing a little bit to get all those things, you're only building half-finished buildings. You're never going to realize a fully built building. Instead, all in means all my time, all my attention, all my focus, all my effort, all of it here, because this is the thing that matters most to me. This is the thing that will move my business forward the most right now. This is it. And I am committed to saying no to other things to say yes to this thing fully, so that I can build a full business on it. I can build a full building, right, based on this. So it's you have to identify what is that thing, because what's scary about going all in on something isn't what you're saying yes to, it's what you're saying no to. Right? So if you're like, I am all in on having a stable income, a consistent stable income in my business, and to reach $5,000 a month or whatever it is, cool. What's the best way to get that stable income? For many of you who are coaches or service providers, it's one-on-one work because that's a longer commitment, it's a guaranteed income, it's a whatever. So you would say, okay, I'm all in on that. And all my time and all my energy and all my attention is only going to be focused on reaching that income level through private one-on-one work. And all of these other ideas like workshops and events and like, no, I'm tabling that unless it directly leads me to the thing, right? I'm tabling all these other revenue ideas. I'm tabling all of this until the foundation that I've just decided I'm going to build is built fully and is working like a well-oiled machine. And then I can go to a new foundation and I can start building a new building. And then soon I'll have a whole city of buildings that are all wonderful and fully inhabited with lots of people, right? And lots of things. Gina says, I need to focus. Andrea is like, that's true, one thing. This comes at a perfect time because I was about to schedule it. It's a sign, Andrea. It's a sign. Schedule that clarity call, right? I have some spots open. My assistant knows when they are. I talked to her this morning. I have 4 coaching spots open for the rest of the year. So if you're serious about coaching or talking about it or exploring it, get on the phone with me. Gina's like, that's my issue. I get distracted by the shiny things, right? Andrea, so here's the thing, all in, right? It's so easy to get distracted because we're scared of going all in. And the reason we get distracted is we don't actually think the thing is going to work. So if I'm like, so here's what I mean. If I'm like, okay, like I want to be fully booked with private clients and have a waiting list for next year. Okay, I want to be fully booked with private clients and have a waiting list. If I start like sitting here and I'm not fully booked, like, and I said I wanted to be fully booked by the end of July. I'm not, right? I still have 4 spots left, whatever, right? But let's say that I had the mindset, like the wrong mindset. So I'm like, okay, I want to be fully booked by the end of July, and now I'm not. So if my brain, my monkey brain is like, see, this isn't working, you're not going to reach it, you're not going to, and maybe I don't even know I'm thinking that. That's when I'm going to be distracted by, like, well, maybe I should do a group coaching program. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but it almost happened. I'm going to call myself out on this. I made a commitment to get fully booked with private clients by the end of July. If you go back through the post, guess what I did a couple weeks ago? I said, I'm curious who would be interested in some kind of special group program for people who want to speak. Who would love to do that? Who would love a one-day like virtual workshop that helps you like outline a talk to speak? I put that in the group because my monkey brain was like, this isn't gonna work. You're not gonna fully book yourself. People aren't booking. You need to do something else, right? And I noticed it and I was like, nope. And I was able to shut it down. I mean, I have it. I know you guys are interested. Don't worry, it's gonna come. I'm gonna do that because I know how many of you wanted it, but it's just written down for the future. I was able to not follow that path. I was able to not chase that squirrel, right? Because I put a sign up on my wall that says, go all in on what you want. And then underneath it, it says, I am fully booked and I have a waiting list, right? And I had to remind myself, yes, right? Like, yes, like this is, right? Like this is the thing that like I'm fully committed to, right? This is a thing I'm fully committed to. And I have to sit in the discomfort while I'm not seeing results, while I trust that the results are coming, okay? While I trust that the results are coming, okay? I'm looking at all your stuff. Now, thank you guys. Can't wait to speak with you. I've got like, right? So you guys have to get fully, do you guys see now the importance of why you need to get focused on one thing and build that foundation fully? You can't be all in on multiple things. It's mutually exclusive because what happens is you're eventually going to spread yourself so thin you're going to snap in 2 or 8 or however many directions you're spreading yourself in, right? Do you guys see that? Like 1 foot over here and 1 foot over here equals you like doing the splits until eventually you're in pain, right? And you're not seeing real results in anything. So that's why I had you get really clear. And if you haven't done it yet, spend today getting super clear on that big result you want. More freedom, more money, more time, or I want to be on stages speaking, or I want to open my own store, or I want to be running a restaurant, or I eventually want to be running a whole empire of virtual assistants underneath me, or I want, all right? Like I want to have my whatever. That thing is that you really, really want. You can taste it so badly. It's your dream. You want it, right? Then I want you to go, what's the thing that I need to focus on that would move the needle for the most, the fastest, the biggest, the scarier, riskier action, the scarier, riskier thing that if it works, the needle goes from here to here, right? A great example of that is like, okay, I want to make $10,000 a month. I want to be a six-figure business owner. Cool. What's the fastest way you can do that? What will move the needle for the most? Well, if I had private clients for my whatever package and it's $1,000 a month or whatever, cool, do that, right? But you could also say, but I could also do it by selling an ebook, and an ebook's just $20. And if I got a million trillion sales, then I would hit it, right? I don't know what equals 10,000 by 20. I know I should, right? Like 500. Is that it? Like whatever. Sorry. Yeah, 500. No, that's 1,000. 50,000. No, is that right? No, that's like whatever. Anyway, math is not my strong point because I was a lawyer. Lawyers don't do math. But you get my point. Yeah, you could sell an ebook for $20. You could do a group coaching program that needs 30 people in it at $47. You could whatever, right? Or you could just get the clients, the private clients at the higher rate. Yeah, it's scarier to get the private clients at the higher rate because you're going to have to sit through a lot of no's. You're going to have to sit through a lot of like discomfort, a lot of no results, right? But if you trust that it's all working and you can work anything out in your favor, you're going to sit there and wait for those results, right? Because that will be faster. It's easier to get 5 clients to pay you $1,000, right, than it is to get, 10 people to pay you 500 than it is to get 100 people to pay you 50, right? Like, did I do that right? But you see what I'm saying? So like, what's the thing you really, really want so bad you can taste it, right? And then what's the thing that would move the needle for the most towards getting it? And then you're going to break it down in steps. You guys got it? Yes? Do you know what to do today? Because it's all or nothing day. And I want you to really go all in and go. And I meant it so much. I don't know if you guys saw the third thing that happened today. So the first thing is it's my millionaire day. And I'm going to be sharing with you behind the scenes in my Facebook stories, Insta stories, and all of that, right? I said I was going to stream this to Instagram and I didn't. Oh, well, whatever. I'll have to deal with it. Come here. I'm here. My millionaire day. I'm sharing it all with you behind the scenes. My mindset around it, what I'm doing. So things I'm doing today. I'm interviewing somebody kick butt amazing for my podcast because CEO Seven Figure Rita, her podcast is on fire and she's interviewing kick butt people. What else is Rita doing on her seven-figure CEO day? Having lunch with a really high-powered CEO. So I reached out to a high-powered CEO and simply asked, can I take you to lunch? And it worked out. I'm going to lunch with them. I'm going to share them with you today and share some tips and insights from them today in my stories. And then also, right, I am having a little bit of CEO planning time, right? Like doing my CEO planning. So I've got some time allocated for doing some big high picture CEO planning. I'm also getting a pedicure because that's what I do. I fit like some pleasure into my day and self-care. So I've got that, right? And I have a private chef coming to cook food for me tonight and my husband because it's date night and Seven Figure Rita on a Friday always makes time for date night with her husband. And also, I don't like to prepare food. And so I wanted a chef to come do it for me because in my life, like all the fruit, I don't like cutting fruit or anything. So like all of that's done. And I don't want my husband to cook on our date night. So I have a private chef coming to do that, right? And I've got a few more things. So I'm going to be sharing that now. Remember the media thing I said, right? Seven Figure Rita is on the news. Well, I didn't get the news, right? Nobody responded. But I trusted that me pitching the media worked. It was working and it worked. And here's how I did that. I said, you know what? I didn't get the results I wanted, right? I didn't get the media. And a lot of people would have just given up. Like, oh, well, you didn't get it. Then you shouldn't have it. Like, because the CEO I wanted to have lunch with, she wasn't available at first. So the media didn't come through. The CEO said at the last minute she couldn't do lunch. Something else fell through. Another appointment I wanted fell through. I could have very easily said, this is a stupid idea. I'm going to like scrap millionaire day. But it didn't. I was like, no, it's all working out. I get everything I want or better. It's all working out to my favor, right? Another appointment I was able to have, because a better appointment, because that appointment fell through. The CEO ended up emailing me last minute saying, I can do lunch with you after all. And I was able to because I had the day still planned for Millionaire Day, right? And the news, pitching the media, I was like, but it helped me turn into this whole thing, right? Because I decided to actually pitch the news, I found out it was National All or Nothing Day. And I was able to turn it into something that's helping you guys go all or nothing into your business. And I backed that by changing the name of this group. So I don't know if you saw or not, we are no longer Women's Business Garden. You know, I've been posting for ideas on how to change this group name to match Rita Made Me Do It. We're now called the All-In Entrepreneur. Women building profitable businesses that support their dream lives. Because that's what we're doing, right? Yes? Are you doing that? If you're doing that, say yes. Say, I am all in. I want you to put it in the comments. I am all in. If you identify as an all-in entrepreneur, a woman building a profitable business that supports her dream life, I want you to comment and say, I am all in. If that's you, I am all in. So that's our new group name, the All-In Entrepreneur. No going back. I'm all in on this. I am all in. Like, I just decided, like, Rita made me do it, right? There's a reason that's my company name. I am all in on helping you guys go all in on your businesses. I'm building profitable businesses, right? So you can live your dream life, because I'm living mine. And I want everybody else to be able to, and you don't have to wait for the results, guys. That's what I'm doing today. I am living my millionaire life before I'm a millionaire. I don't have to wait to be a millionaire to live my millionaire life. I love it. Like, I'm all in, I'm all in, I'm all in, I'm all in. Guys, I'm so excited. I'm so excited, right? Well, here's what happened with it. So I knew that the pitching the media worked because it turned into this. It turned into a bigger movement that's letting me help you, and I'm helping you bigger in the next 2 weeks. I'm going to tell you how. It turned into a bigger movement to let me help you. And guess what? So yesterday, the client I said, who's the publicist, right? We were talking and I was teasing her because I know her clients give her a really hard time. It's hard to be a publicist, y'all, because she'll like pitch the media and then within 48 hours, her clients are like, why am I not on the national news? Why am I not famous? Why am I not successful yet? Why am I not? Why am I not? Right? So I was just teasing her. I was like, look, we pitched the news, Katie, like five days ago. Why am I not a mega rock star meeting with Oprah right now? I don't understand. Why am I not meeting with Oprah? Just teasing her, right? So we were on her coaching session. She's my client. We were on her coaching session and I was teasing her. And I kid you not, she looked at me and said, oh my God, Rita, I just got an email. The show Great Day Washington on CBS wants to have you on their show next week. They ask if you're free on the 31st, 1st, or 2nd. And I looked and I was like, I'm free on the 31st or the 2nd. I'm not on the 1st, right? So I'm waiting to find out the final day, but I'm going to be on the news. Right? Like, it was working. If I had just written it off because it didn't happen when I wanted it to, right, then I could have very easily like missed that. Like, I could have scheduled, like, do you guys see what I'm saying? Like, if I had been so attached to when the result had to come, I wouldn't have attracted the result, right? Because the result hadn't happened yet. And I didn't think it was going to happen by my deadline. I wasn't really attached to it happening by my deadline. And because of that, Katie pushed me out again, right? Like, she pushed out the request again and it got a yes. If I had been like, well, I needed to be on the media by Friday and now it's Friday and I'm not on the media, so don't push it out again. That's all over. I wouldn't be on the news next week, you guys, right? I wouldn't be on the news next week. Thank you. Thank you. So that's what I want you to see. We have to unattach from when the results are going to come. We have to unattach from how the results are going to come, right? But instead, we just need to focus on how do I show up to be a match for those results, right? Like, if you want $1 million, if you want to have $1 million and you're like, I am 100% certain that I will have $1 million, right? But you're like, and here's how it will come. I will have 5 clients and it will be like this and it will be like this. Then every time one of those things doesn't happen, you're going to be disappointed and your energy is going to go down and you're not going to show up and do the things you need to do to make $1 million. But instead, if you're like, I'm going to make $1 million and I don't know when it's going to happen or how it's going to happen, but also here are actions that are a match for $1 million. Now, maybe these actions will bring me $1 million and maybe they won't. I don't know, right? And then somebody just gives you $1 million on the street tomorrow. I'm totally fine with that. I received that. I'm totally happy that I made $1 million, right? Like, you can't be attached to when it's going to happen or how it's going to happen. I wasn't attached to when I'd be on the news. Now I'm on the news, right? Because I still took action in alignment with a person who believed that that was successful, who believed that that was going to happen, right? Do you guys see that? So anyway, that's your assignment for taking. I have to go do this podcast interview. So there are 3 things. Celebrate the new name of the group because I'm so excited, right? I'm so excited for the focus and what this is all about. So in alignment with everything we already do here. Number 2, watch my stories today, Facebook stories and Insta stories, because I'm going behind the scenes on my Millionaire Day today to show you and share everything. My mind, not just what I'm doing. That's not helpful to you because your Millionaire Day or whatever may be different than mine. But my mindset around it, how I felt when I was setting it up, how I felt when it's happening, how I feel after. The CEO I'm having lunch with, sharing insight from her, sharing insight from what it was like to reach out to her, sharing insight from like how that all happened, sharing. So from every piece of today, I'm going to share how you can use this in your business. Watch my stories, right? The 3rd thing, Think about what you, based on this video, what you really, 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 really want. What you really, 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 really want. To be a paid public speaker, to be traveling the world, to be an expert on the news, to be a published author on the New York Times bestseller list, to have a 7-figure business, to have a fully booked client list with a waiting list, whatever the thing is you want, decide it. Decide that the success is inevitable, right? Then I want you to say, what will then get me there the quickest? What action is most in alignment with those results to move the needle forward the fastest towards getting it? And then I want you to break that thing down into steps. And then I want you to declare in the group when I do the post a little later, like what it is that you're going all in on. What it is that you're going all in on. So when you see that post, declare it. And here's what's happening. Here's what's happening. All next week, I'm going to show up and give you free training to help you do it. All next week in the group, well, for 2 weeks. For the next 2 weeks, so the July 29th, all the way through to the 11th. July 29th through the 11th, I'm showing up, and on the weekdays, I'll show up live. So don't worry, you don't have to catch it live, but it's gonna be early. So like that way I can do it consistently, but everybody can watch it when it suits them. But I'm going to be giving you tips and information and support and help to help you get this started, to help you come up with like your starting steps, to help you get really, really clear on what it is that you want, to like help you do this, to help you have the mindset around it, to help you. So I'm committed to you doing this. I didn't want this to just be a fun, haha, it's all or nothing day. Let's go all in. No, all in means I believe in my success. I'm committed to showing up as if I already have it, but not just mentally. I have to back it with action, because only by backing it with action do I send the signal that I really am all in and that I'm serious about this. Now, don't worry. All in doesn't mean you have to quit your job. All in doesn't mean I'm going to tell you over the next 2 weeks how to be all in without like getting rid of your house and like living in a cardboard box and like quitting your job and all of that, because the reality is we have lives, right? So if you have other competing things like family, kids, like what, how can you still be all in on your dream, right? How can you put focus, attention, time? We're going to talk about that. Are you guys excited? Are you going to join me for the next 2 weeks? Are you? Like, say yes if you're going to join me. Say, I'm joining you. I'll be there the next 2 weeks, really setting the foundation to go all in, so you really go all in and build that big, huge building. Then we'll build another building. Got it? Now, I know some of you said you want to have a clarity call. I'm going to drop the link into here for you to do that. Get on the phone with me. I'm not kidding. Like, I really did make a commitment to be fully booked with a waiting list, and I pushed it like hard, because that's what I do as a 7-figure business owner, go after what I want, and I'm almost there. I really do only have 4 more private coaching spots before I have to put people on a wait list for next year. And if you want to work with me, and you know you want to work with me, but not till next year, if you want to do that, also book a call, because my rates go up next year. But if you put a deposit down this year, you get the rates for next year. And I already have 2 people on the waiting list for next year. But you're going to be there. You're going to be there. And Gina's like, got it. Maria's like, oh, yes. Rashida's like, I'll be there. Mary Elizabeth is like, I'll be here going all in. Great. I got to go. I got to do that podcast interview. Hold on. I'm going to text her right now and say, hold on. Be there in 5. Because you know what? 7-figure CEO Rita knows that the people she associates with are cool with that, because I know she's watching, or she can see me and she knows what I'm doing because she's in this group. She's amazing. So anyway, those are the 3 things: our new name, our new vibe, our new community, how it all happened, how it was set in motion well before I ever even started taking a step towards this. Crazy. This was always meant to be. It's a bigger plan than me. And that's what allowed me to say, I'm good. I'm good. Like, for me, it's God. I'm good, God. I get it. You've got me. I just need to show up and take big action, because you're big and you're for me and you want me to succeed. So I'm just going to keep showing up and taking big actions. Got it. I can go big because God is big, or the universe is big, or higher energy is powerful, whatever it is for you, right? See? So the new name, watch my stories to see what I'm doing all day and how it can apply to you. I really want you to, right? And I've already started sharing some of my morning routine in there, so make sure you watch. And then number 3, think about that thing you really, really want, and the thing you're going to do to move the needle forward the most. Break it out into whatever steps you can. I'm going to help you clarify this all over the next 2 weeks. But when I put the post up saying, what are you all or nothing on? What are you all in on? I want you to declare the thing you're all in on. Being a high paid public speaker, being a media expert, running a 7-figure business, being a 6-figure CEO, having a fully booked client list, clients with a wait list, traveling the world, being a high-paid public speaker. Did I already say that? Because that's kind of the thing I really want. Having my own podcast with great, amazing guests. I want to, have a nonprofit. I want whatever it is that you want. I want you to declare it. Cool? Yes? All right, guys. I'll see you later today. Watch me. I am all in. You guys are going to be amazed at how much I'm all in on being that multi-seven-figure business owner from just today. And once I step in, there's no going back. So I've already started it by changing the group name, changing the cover photo, even changing the URL. I'm all in. And you can only change your group name once every 28 days. And once you guys, I hit just a few more members, I can never change the URL ever again. So that's how all in I am on being an all in entrepreneur. So watch it. I can't wait to see what you declare. If you're watching a replay, let me know. Have a great day, everybody. I can't wait. I hope this was so fun for you. It's been so fun for me, but the day just started. This is just the beginning. I'm so excited. Have a great Friday, everybody. I will talk to you all throughout the day. I'll check in later to see what you're all in on. And then for the next 2 weeks, we're doing it. We're building the foundation, and you are going to put your focus, time, attention, money towards that in a way that also lets you live the rest of your life, but on that thing so that you achieve those results, and then you can build another foundation, okay? Bye, everybody. Take care. I keep trying to end the live, and it won't let me. It's like the live is all in on being live. Bye, everybody.